Minuet number 1, number 3 in Suzuki Book 2. I'm playing it at normal speed. Woo! That's only about the third time I've done it with this recording at normal speed, and had to shift into second position and back down really quickly 3 times. And I'm not used to that. I'm not quite knowledgeable about the different positions yet. But I kind of made it. But I'll get better. When I was first trying to learn this just a few minutes ago, I didn't do it with the recording. I did it with a metronome set at 60 and then 64. And somehow I tried to set the YouTube video at one of the predetermined settings of 75% speed, but then it gets garbled. You know, the background cello music gets garbled, and 75% speed seemed awfully slow. And so I thought, well, why not just try it at normal speed? And it turns out, when I checked it with the metronome, the normal speed was around 95. Quite a big difference from 60 beats per minute to 95 beats per minute. It says allegretto, so I need to find a chart that kind of gives you what the beats per minute for the different tempos are, because I really don't know. But in some ways, when you do it faster, it's easier, because I don't really have the bow control yet to do longer notes very nicely, or very in a pretty smooth manner. And so if they're short, especially if they're staccato notes, I tend to do better at it. But that also means that I had to get those second position shifts, which you only play 2 notes, jump up to second position for 2 notes, and then you go back to first position. And there's 3 spots in there. Let me show you. Let's see, here's the first spot. Okay, and then the second spot is and the last spot is so I was just kind of guessing on, I was kind of hitting it at the right position, not really having done things in other than first position. So you go first position, second position, and sometimes I miss it, like I missed it there. So you just do the second finger, then the fourth finger on the D string in second position, then right away you switch back to first position on the D string. Of course, it doesn't go that slowly. See, I kind of struggle at the end when I shift back down, kind of guessing. So I gotta start learning the different positions. But I'm surprised that I started to hit it, correctly. It's just getting a muscle memory of how much to move your hand, I guess, up into the second position, where you don't really have to think about it that much. Let me try the second one. See, that was sharp. So I have to learn, it's not really that far of a jump. Ooh, that was flat. Shift from the fourth in second position down to the second finger in first position just right away. Also, I'm still confused. Second position, and I had to look at a chart to figure this out, is where your first finger in second position is where your third finger in first position is. And so that gets confusing, but they call that second position, because I guess it's like, it'd be easier on the violin to figure it out, because you don't do, like on the violin, for this, you don't use three fingers, you just use your first and your second, only like an inch apart. So on the violin, be like that. And then the G would be your third finger. Of course, you can't do that on a cello. The stretch is too much to have to do all the time. So that's why you use. But they call it second position. even though you're putting your first finger where your third finger on the cello is. On the violin, it would be easy to figure out because you're putting your first finger where your second finger is to become second position. So that's kind of confusing. So third position, I imagine, let's see. So I imagine third position on the cello would be you put your first finger where your fourth finger on the cello is, which would be the third finger on the violin. Thus, it's called third position. Third note on first position. So I'm confused by that, but I'll get. And then fourth position, I guess, would be like. Fourth position would be like the fourth finger on the violin, which is one step up from. It's a fifth. That's even more confusing. Fourth position on the cello would be where you're playing the fifth of that string. And it would be a whole note above your first position cello fourth finger. I still have a bit of a wolf note there. But anyway, that was kind of fun. I got to start learning how to do the shifts, little at a time. Just a little bit of second position there. Okay.